Hey YouTube, I wanted to talk about my recent experience with the Tesla service and my 2013 Model S that got quite a bit of work done. So let's go through that right now. So the first thing I want to talk about, which I actually can't show, is the drive unit. So the drive unit at low speeds was making like a ticking, grinding sound. And that happened after we went on an extended trip. So when I took it to this Tesla service center and I was kind of cruising around the parking lot, the technician heard it and everything. He didn't say that it was going to get a new drive unit, but when I called a couple days later to check on the car, they told me that my car was waiting on parts. And so of course I was like, okay, what part? And that's when they told me that I was getting a new drive unit. And this wasn't a refurbished one or anything. This was a brand new drive unit from California, from the Fremont factory. And so the brand new drive unit, motor, inverter, everything was replaced, which is nice because during that 2012, 2013, and 2014 model year, you had a lot of motors that would fail. Now this car has just ticked over to 58,000 miles. So right at about 58,000 miles is when I got a brand new drive unit. Now, I was told by Tesla service that this was done kind of proactively because of that noise that I was hearing could lead to the drive unit failing in the long run. This car is under warranty through Tesla, so I guess they just wanted to proactively take care of any long-term issues that might come up. So after the drive unit, the next concern, as Tesla service calls it, was the seals around the doors. So I always hand wash this car. Obviously it's really dirty right now. It was snowing last night. I'll put a link up here in the corner showing you exactly how I wash the car using Optimum No Rinse, both the S and the X. So when I was hand washing the car, I noticed that condensation was forming right behind these seals in the window on all the doors. I wasn't sure what the fix was going to be, but they ordered four new weather stripping seals for all 4 doors. So that actually goes all the way around the bottom and up through here. So these are all brand new seals, and this is on all 4 doors, I guess to prevent that condensation or fogging, that water that accumulates behind that I was noticing here when washing the vehicle. So another one of my concerns was that the 2 front seats, so my wife's Model X, which is the Gen 4 seats, really comfortable, much better than the first generation seats. But in this Model S, I noticed that there was some wiggle room. If you can see, I'll try to do my best to get it on video, but as you can see, there's like a significant amount of movement in the front seats. And so that's on the driver's side seat and as well as the passenger side seat, you have that much movement. And so I was wondering, I thought they were just gonna do something here at the bottom, like tighten it up or tighten up this back part. But they actually told me that 2 new seats are on order. And so they said it'll be about 8 weeks and we'll get 2 new front seats. And in talking with them, I was real excited, like, oh great, I'm getting the Gen 4 seats. And they said, no, you're not getting the Gen 4 seats. You were gonna get the same seats, the same first generation seats, but they're just gonna be brand new. So brand new leather seat, everything except this bracket that attaches to the floor. Everything here, the back, all this is coming out and a brand new seat is going in here. Pretty awesome. Was not expecting that at all. Really thought that they were just going to just tighten up a couple of these, tighten up the back of the seat, but we're just pretty impressed that getting 2 brand new front seats, which is kind of sweet because after about 50-some thousand miles, 58,000 miles right now, there's some wear here on the driver's seat. And so to get a brand new seat is pretty nice. So the main thing why I took this car in for service was to do the annual inspection. It's been about a year with this vehicle, and they recommend you take it in every year. And so because it was on the 5th year of service, it kind of starts over. They have a 4-year rotation of everything you need to do, and each year is different. So because I'm on the 5th year now, I go back to what year 1 was. So at year 1, they recommend that you get the drive unit flushed. And so, like I said previously, we had a new drive unit put in, and so they knocked off, it was $475 for the annual inspection, and so they knocked off $75 because, you know, it has a brand new drive unit put in, so it doesn't really make sense for me to pay to have the drive unit flushed, since a warranty repaired or is taken care of putting a new drive unit into the vehicle. So also with that service, they give you a couple things. So they replace the battery in the one key fob that I brought, and they give you this little card that shows how to replace the battery, and they actually stick a battery right here for you for your second key fob, I guess, that you have at home. Most people don't carry around two. Something also interesting, this was in my center console when I got into the car. They disconnected the dash cam. That's the Blackview dash cam. I'll put a link to that video, the install video, up here. But as you can see, the dash cam right here, the front and rear view, the power was disconnected from the front camera when I got into it, and I guess that's per Tesla policy. No videoing is allowed at the Tesla service center. But that was basically it. The service took about a week, and really happy with the Tyson's Corner Tesla Service Center. The text messaging system that they have to keep you informed of what's going on. The only way they could improve their service, which I hope they do with the Model 3 coming out and a lot more Tesla vehicles going into the service center, is having parts more readily available. I know it's kind of special with having a new drive unit that doesn't happen every day, but something as like these weather stripping parts kind of held us up. The car was in there for about a week, which is not bad considering all the work that was done with the annual inspection, a new drive unit, the weather stripping, and then also like inspection of the seats, and a couple odds and ends things here and there. But they washed the vehicle. Obviously it's dirty now, but they washed the vehicle for us. Really just overall great service, kind of refreshed, switching from going to a dealership to get your service done where it's more of a transaction. Tesla actually, when they do their service, I feel like I'm being served, versus at a traditional dealership. Sometimes I feel like I'm being taken advantage of, especially with my wife at a local Ford dealership. They tried to sell her something that we did not need. And so I definitely appreciate that Tesla, like their service team is really there to serve their customers, which is very refreshing. So also wanted to mention, while we had this car in the shop and my wife's Model X in the shop, we got a sweet P100D loaner. I'll put the link to that video right here so you can watch that. I mean, that car was crazy. Made me want to trade this thing in, but then I saw how much it cost, $152,000, which is way too much money for a car. It was definitely really nice to play around with that thing. So I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you guys also had a good experience with Tesla service. Let me know in the comments below what your experience was with Tesla service, if you guys had a positive or negative experience with taking your car in, if you've had a positive or a negative experience with just a regular dealership. If you're a Model 3 reservation holder and you're looking forward to it, you can let me know in the comments below. Thanks again for watching the video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.